Hello, I'm the Doctor. Welcome to DoctorGeek. So, after a very well done first episode, it's on to the next week with The Ghost Monument. And this week we got a new synopsis for it. So, let's take a look at the new info that we've got, and then we'll dive into the next episode preview to see what we can learn about episode 2. So first off, the synopsis for The Ghost Monument in full reads, "Still reeling from their first encounter, can the Doctor and her new friends stay alive long enough in a hostile alien environment to solve the mystery of desolation? And just who are Angstrom and Epso? The Doctor and her new friends have barely had a chance to recover from their first adventure together before they are plunged into another, which will take Graham, Ryan, and Yasmin on their first journey to an alien planet. The unlikely traveling companions are faced with a struggle for survival as they try to solve the mystery at the heart of this strange, dangerous new world." Now, as most of you probably know, the first part of this synopsis was already released a few weeks ago. So, we've had a while to think about who Angstrom and Epso are, and it turns out that our assumptions were correct, as the two guest stars for this episode, Susan Lynch and Sean Dooley, will be playing Angstrom and Epso respectively. But we'll go into them a bit more in a minute. The second part of the synopsis that was released this week is just packaging together what we already know about the episode based on what we saw in week 1. The Doctor, Graham, Ryan, and Yasmin have just been unexpectedly teleported to the middle of space and were in some serious trouble when we last saw them. But we can all assume that they'll be rescued in some way and they'll find themselves on this brand new alien planet. Now, if we hadn't been able to piece together who Angstrom and Epso will be, What's on TV magazine has done it for us in their most recent issue. In it, they reveal that the Doctor and friends will be marooned on an arid, sandy planet named Desolation, which is what we expected from the 2 trailers that we looked at. The magazine goes on to say that Angstrom and Epso are the last 2 competitors in the prestigious 12 Galaxies Space Rally, which is organized and refereed by the mysterious Ilan, played by Art Malik, who warns them not to drink the water and tells them that if they travel after dark, they risk facing the terrifying creatures that wiped out the planet's population. Now, as for who those creatures are, I think it's safe to guess that they are the monsters shooting at the Doctor in the trailers, as we had already established that that scene was from episode 2. And since the credits list the actor Ian Gelder as being the voice of the Remnants, I'm going to guess that that will be what they're called. It seems like the Doctor will assume that her TARDIS is at the end of this space rally, and her pursuit of the TARDIS will likely be what brings her into contact with the Remnants. So, now that we have a decent understanding of what to expect in this episode, let's take a look at the preview and see if we can match some stuff together.
Welcome to what I presume is your first alien planet. Don't touch anything.
So we open on the image of the spaceship from the trailer, and it has just landed on the desert planet of Desolation. Based on the fact that we know the Doctor and her friends were just floating through space, I'm going to guess that they are probably saved by this spaceship, which was most likely already on its way to the planet. I'm assuming that this is Angstrom and Epso's ship, since they're the prominent co-stars in this episode, so we'll probably be introduced to them right from the start. The Doctor introduces her companions to their first alien planet, and tells them not to touch anything.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't play by the rules.
Did you practice those lines in the mirror?
You are a very funny little bonus.
We next get our first look at Epso, as he tells the Doctor, "Maybe I don't play by the rules." To which she replies, "Did you practice those lines in a mirror?" Going off of that snippet of conversation, it sounds like the Doctor is going to have a lot more witty banter in this episode as she comes into the role. From first impressions, Jodie definitely seems like she's going to be a more witty and zany Doctor, kind of along the lines of the 4th, which, as we've already talked about, is who she seems to be emulating a lot with subtle hints in her costume. We can see what I think are the Remnants shooting at the Doctor and her companions, and I have to bring up again how silly it is that all of these monsters are shooting their guns and not a single one can hit a target. It appears they've all learned how to shoot their guns at Stormtrooper school. If you look behind Jodie in this scene, it looks like there's some sort of creature on the pillar right here, almost like a little dragon or snake or something. So add that to the list of creepy stuff on the planet Desolation. And then we end this little middle section with our first good look at Angstrom, as she compliments Ryan on his humor. Now, I didn't really find Ryan terribly funny in the first episode, but it's nice to hear that he's not letting the death of his grandmother keep him down.
You're about to die.
I will keep you alive, and I will get you back home.
Lastly, we get a shot of the Doctor dodging a blast from a remnant before Yasmin tells the Doctor that they're about to die, which I'm just going to chalk up to new companion jitters, as I'm sure that even by this point, Ryan, Yasmin, and Graham still don't completely trust the Doctor with their lives yet, but they'll learn soon enough. It looks like they're on the spaceship in this scene because it's the same background as this scene, which looks like the cockpit of a spaceship, and I'm almost positive that this is Epso in the driver's seat. And then in this scene too, the Doctor looks like she's running through the corridors of a spaceship. So I'm guessing that we're going to be on this ship more than once. The Doctor says, "I will keep you alive and I will get you back home." But if you listen, she stutters on her first word.
I will keep you alive.
So maybe she's not quite as confident as she'd like to be when she says that line. And sure enough, our last image is the Doctor looking heartbroken, staring up at something as her companions look on from behind her. She could possibly be looking at her TARDIS here, but unless something truly terrible is happening to it, I feel like she would look at least slightly more excited. So I'm going to guess that this scene is either the Doctor getting her first look at the remnants, or maybe something regarding Angstrom and Epso betraying them. Either way, I can't wait to find out. With that, the trailer ends, and so does our look at the Episode 2 trailer for the Ghost Monument. It looks like it's going to be an exciting adventure on a far-off planet, which is Doctor Who at its best. Unfortunately, I'm actually taking a trip this weekend to the Grand Canyon, so I can't promise that my review for Episode 2 will be up by Monday. But I'm going to be working hard to get it up as soon as possible, and the Episode 3 trailer discussion will come out about a week from today. Until then, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and ring that bell so you don't miss a video. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below if you've got a video idea that you'd like to see me make. And as always, thank you for being my companions on this journey today. I'm the Doctor. Bye for now.